Yeah. Good morning, St. Andrews. Very good, my friends. Parents, if you will go ahead and make your way in and find a seat, we can get our ceremony started. And while you're doing that, I just want to say to everyone, and especially to our parents that are in attendance today, welcome to this very important ceremony in the life of St. Andrew's School. As an Episcopal school, St. Andrew's is a place where there are all kinds of people from all different walks of life and all kinds of faith traditions. And one of the things that we have in common at St. Andrew's is our honor pledge and our promise to be honorable in everything that we do. You're going to hear a little bit more about what it means to be honorable at St. Andrews, so I'm not going to talk for very long. I just want to say that today is very important, and the pens that you will receive are a sign of our commitment to one another and to ourselves to be honorable, to be good, faithful students, teachers. Are we ready, lower school? All right. We are going to begin by singing our school's alma mater. So if everyone will please stand quietly. Please remain standing and face the flag and place your right hand over your heart, and Brinley will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to our sacred chapel time. Let us open our hearts and minds. May God's blessing be upon us.
And upon St. Andrew's School.
The Lord be with you.
And also with you.
Let us pray. Almighty God, whose loving hand has given us all that we possess, grant us grace that we may honor you with our substance, and, remembering the account which we must one day give, may be faithful stewards of your bounty. In your holy name we pray. Amen. You may be seated.
A reading from Ecclesiasticus. While I was still young, before I went on my travels, I sought wisdom openly in my prayer. Before the temple, I asked for her, and I will search for her until the end. From the first blossom to the ripening grape, my heart delighted in her. My foot walked on the straight path. From my youth, I followed her steps. I inclined my ear a little and received her, and I found for myself much instruction. Hear what the Spirit is saying to God's people. Thanks be to God.
A reading from the Romans. Let love be genuine. Hate what is evil. Hold fast to what is good. Love one another with mutual affection. Outdo one another in showing honor. Do not lag in zeal. Be ardent in spirit. Serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope. Be patient in suffering. Persevere in prayer. Contribute to the needs of the saints. Extend hospitality to strangers. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse them. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be haughty, but associate with the lowly. Do not claim to be wiser than you are. Do not repay anyone evil for evil, but take thought for what is noble in the sight of all, if it is possible. So far as it depends on you, live peaceably with all. Hear what the Spirit is saying to God's people. Thanks be to God.
Good morning. In lower school, you all look amazing this morning. Thanks for coming in your very best attire. And welcome to parents of new lower school students. You're welcome. I want to echo what Father Ben said about the importance of this ceremony, this honor-pinning chapel. As you know, at St. Andrews, we care about educating all of our students in mind, body, and spirit. This chapel is a symbol of that. This ceremony where you will all promise, not just the new students, but the returning students, to try and be honorable students every day, is really one of the most important days of the year. And I want to say one other thing. Because we have students from pre-kindergarten to 12th grade, we have lots of students on this campus that set a great example for students in the lower school. And we're going to hear from some of those students this morning, students that have been through the lower school and are now in the middle school. And we're also going to see some of our seniors that started as pre-K or kindergarten students here. So they're in year 13 or 14 here at this school. And they set an amazing example for all of us. So I couldn't be more happy and honored to be here this morning, and so proud of all of you in the lower school. Good morning, and go Scots.
Thank you, Mr. Shapiro. Just one comment. Since we are a pre-K through 12 school, we share a lot of spaces, and what you see before you is our upper school is getting ready for a performance in October of Anne Frank, which our families are welcome to attend, and you'll hear more about that. But thank you and good morning to each and every one of you. As we've heard, this is a very special occasion in the life of the school. We formally recognize and welcome our newest Scots, and we commit or recommit to our promise to follow the honor code. So when our newest students receive the honor pin, know that it means that you, in your words and your actions, will try your very best every day to represent our honor code. When you pledge, and we pledge at each chapel and major events, and each day as we start our day, you commit your honesty, your academic integrity, your sportsmanship and stewardship to our school community. And it is my privilege and honor to welcome back 2 6th grade students who will share with us what honor and the honor code mean to them. These students were recognized as recipients of the Scotty Award as fifth graders last spring. The Scotty Award recognizes 2 students who exemplify the St. Andrew's spirit through consistent effort in all activities, exhibiting a positive attitude, fostering teamwork and cooperation amongst peers, and consistently following all the tenets of the Honor Code. This award considers the whole child, not just one facet of them. And this year, we have invited Sterling Forer and Hunter White to share their thoughts. Sterling will join us first, followed by Hunter to speak. Sterling.
Good morning, Scots. My name is Sterling Forer, and I'm a 6th grader at St. Andrews. 4 years ago, I was a new student who moved from another state and started a new school. In case you were wondering, that school was St. Andrews. I know what it is like to be new, just like some of you. Look around the room. If you see someone that you don't know or anyone who may be a new Scot, faculty, or student, please make sure today to say hello, be kind, and make them feel extra welcome. St. Andrews is an extremely special place. When I arrived in 3rd grade, I didn't really know anyone, and it was the middle of COVID. St. Andrews was very welcoming, inclusive, and eager to help me and my family become part of the SA community. By the way, lower school is awesome. Some of the things I loved while in lower school were reading new books, writing creative stories, and doing cool math. The special events that I loved were field day, pep rallies, football games, homecoming, our 5th grade trip to St. Augustine, and exhibition. All of these events provided wonderful opportunities to learn and grow with my friends. In addition, there were other special opportunities I took part in. I was a St. Andrews New Family Ambassador. To those of you who are new students, I may have toured some of you around school last year. Last spring, St. Andrews provided me a really exciting opportunity. I gave a TED Talk on the power of thank you. But more important than the things I have learned or the experiences I have had are the people I have met at St. Andrews. The friendships I have made are very special, as I have become friends with many different people. Today is the honor pinning ceremony. This is a very big deal. You will learn more about what it means to be a Scot and what the Honor Code will mean to you. The Honor Code includes virtues such as honesty, academic integrity, sportsmanship, and stewardship. They talk most about honor above all. To me, this means being kind, respectful, and truthful. It also means doing these things when it is hard or uncomfortable. Being honorable and following the Honor Code includes not taking shortcuts, helping others, and thinking for yourself. It also means doing these things when no one else is watching. To me, academic integrity means working as hard as I can and taking every opportunity to learn. Having academic integrity would include being honest, not cheating, and helping others appropriately as needed. It also means working in a group and accepting help and criticism with grace. In addition to academics, sports are a huge part of St. Andrews. There are so many sports opportunities, teams, clubs, and more. Being a good sport is extremely important to me. Someone I respect a lot once told me, "Be as excited for someone else's success as much as you are for your own." I think about this quote every time I play sports at SA. At St. Andrews, being a part of the greater community focuses on stewardship. As a Scot, we should all try our best to be a good influence on each other and help strengthen our community with acts of service, such as helping someone without being asked, listening and hearing our teachers and friends, and especially making an effort to include everyone. Welcome to one of my favorite communities. Honor above all. Go Scots!
Next, we have Hunter White.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to St. Andrew's School. My name is Hunter White, and I am a student here in the 6th grade. I started St. Andrew's in pre-K. At first, I was very nervous, but soon I became more comfortable and was making new friends by the second. I noticed that this kind-hearted school was making an impact on me. St. Andrew's is an amazing school with the most wonderful teachers. They are loving, kind, and want the best for their students. There are many things to do in the lower school. There are fun field trips, special projects, and best of all, there is recess. During my time in lower school, I participated in safety patrol, served as a new family ambassador, and when you become 5th grader, you could serve as a pre-K helper and you will have a kindergarten buddy. Today is the honor pinning ceremony. Our honor code is honor above all. This means understanding academic integrity, honesty, sportsmanship, and stewardship. The pin represents what it means to be a Scot. A Scot is someone who tries to live their life with honor. Understanding honor helps guide our behaviors when life gets tough. This means you should do your best to finish your work, respect others, and always be truthful. The path to success may be a bumpy ride, but engaging and learning in the lower school is a great start. Sportsmanship is also a very important piece in the honor code. There are many sports activities in the lower school, so whether you win or lose, a Scot always knows how to show good sportsmanship. The stewardship portion of our honor code reminds us to always do the right thing no matter what. A Scot is a good steward towards the school community and is someone who helps the teacher clean up the classroom, helps someone who might feel left out, all because it's the right thing to do. We are a special group of people. We all have chosen to attend this most incredible school, St. Andrews. I know both students and parents will have an amazing time here, hopefully making great memories and lifelong friendships. We are Scots, honor above all. Thank you, and go Scots.
It's very hard for me not to beam with pride as I hear our former students speaking. I want to thank their families, the White family and the Forer family, for partnering with us through all these years, and especially I want to thank our teachers who have made this all possible in partnering with us together. Next, it is my honor to introduce you to Mr. Matt Purcell, the Upper School Dean of Students. He will introduce the high school students who will assist with the honor pinning today, and you will understand what makes these students special for us. And you will hear one upper school student speak and address to all of you as a senior about honor.
Thank you, Ms. Capels. Good to see you all today. You guys look wonderful. Great job on the dress. We've got a special group of students here today to help in welcoming all of our new members to the community. This group of students in the high school are called lifers. Some of you in the audience are also going to be considered lifers if you go to school at St. Andrews your entire academic career. The students that are behind the stage who are going to come out here shortly have been at St. Andrews for 13, 14, and in some cases 15 years, so they've been here their entire schooling years. I think you might have heard backstage the excitement that they have to see you all here today, the excitement of being together and to remember one of the ceremonies that they had when they were your age as well. So having said that, I'm going to call all of their names. I'm going to ask them to come out here to the front of the stage so you can see them. When we get to the pinning ceremony, these will be the same people who will come out to hand you your pin. So don't be scared of them. They're friendly, nice people, and they'll help you get to the other side of the stage when we get to that part of the ceremony. So lifers, when you hear your name, please come out and join me at the front of the stage. And students, please hold your applause for them. We'll wait till we get to the end. We'll just let them come out and give a wave, and then we'll give them a nice applause. Miss Catherine Adams, Miss Lilia Bathai, Mr. Daniel Beecroft, Isabella Besner, Sebastian Crucius, Zachary DePalmer, Matthew Efron, Lexi Ewan, Finn Giddis, Sophia Jasonda, Catherine Goodman, Cole Hawk, Mason Hudson, Isabella Jimenez, Brett Marbach, Jessica Novak, Jackson Park, Shepard Parrott, Samantha Peck, Dylan Perlin, Sebastian Pignate, Brielle Rebello, Trey Reland, Luke Rodriguez, Lily Schwartz, Grace Schreiner, Sienna Silvestri, Julia Weprin, Cameron Williams, and Sasha Zemet. Let's give them all a nice round of applause. Give a good wave. And this happens to be our largest group of lifers we've had yet. There are 30 students who are all lifers this year. I know they do a great job penning. And lifers, you're going to be free to go back to the stage. We'll get to our penning here in a moment. Thank you, lifers, for coming out. While the lifers are going backstage, preparing themselves for the important moment of penning you all, the new members of the community, while they're heading backstage, I'm also going to introduce our speaker from the high school. This student has been at St. Andrews, I believe this is her 7th year. She's a senior on the honor board, which, for those of you who are unaware of what that means, when you get to the high school, there's a special group of students who help solidify our sense of honor in the high school. Those students help to figure out ways to educate our community to be better at all things that relate to right and wrong, essentially. This is a senior on that honor board. She's one of our most important leaders in our division. Having said that, I'm going to have her come out and introduce herself and talk a little bit more about honor. Miss Emily Para, come to the stage.
There is an inside joke in my family that a wise man once said, "It's so hard to be good." That wise man was none other than my older brother when he was 4 years old. That was nearly 20 years ago, yet I find his words remain timeless. Doing the wrong thing always looks so deceptively, appealingly easy. Very often the temptation to do so seems like it will get us everything we want with the least amount of effort. However, time and time again, over my alarmingly long 17 years of life, I've found that being honorable brings the most growth in the long run. It's never quite the easiest path in the moment, but it's what helps us be the best version of ourselves. Honor. Honor is this school's #1 word. Everywhere we go, we see the words honor above all. Being honorable is the promise we make when we start the school, like many of you will soon be making, and it's the promise we renew every time we say the honor pledge. But what is it exactly that we're committing to? Honor is doing what is right above doing what is easy, no matter what others might think or say. Honor is about always giving your best. An honorable person is truthful, hardworking, kind, respectful, and encourages others to be honorable as well, both through their words and their actions. I don't think honor is something you can do from time to time, or something you can casually turn on and off like a switch. It's something that becomes a defining part of who you are, and something you seek to exemplify whenever you can. When you're around an honorable person, you'll know, just as you'll know when you're around a dishonorable person. No one wants to be around someone who's mean, who lies, or who cheats. That's not what defines this school as a community. We make this school a better place when we ourselves try to be better people. People who are honorable are given more trust because they've proven that they won't break it. They're reliable, and they're generally more enjoyable to be around. When you make that commitment, not just to the school, but to yourself, to be honorable, you'll find it pays off. I've found that sticking to the promise that we're about to make means that you'll truly learn, that you'll make the most of the many, many years you have ahead of you, and that you will grow into a student this school will truly be proud of. I have faith that all of you will be able to stick to our honor pledge. I know that when you're older, like me, you will be able to look back on all the years you've been here and be able to say, with confidence, that you lived up to that promise to value honor above all. Thank you, and go Scots.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mark Novak, and I am the lower school Dean of Students, and I'm here for the portion of the ceremony that you've all come to see. As I'm sort of doing a quick little housekeeping, I'd like to ask Pre-KA to make their way to the base of the stairs. What we do in this ceremony is we'll call out names individually. The students will walk across the stage, as you've heard, and they will meet with one of our lifers to be given a pin on a card. We introduce them by class in pre-K and kindergarten because there are so many new students. In grades 1 through 5, we will do just as grades. Are we ready? Okay. So from pre-KA, Maddie Andrews, come on up. Elizabeth Anthony. Daniel Barbizon. Alexander Barshi. Weston Beagle. Jacob Cohen. Milan Dager-Mentian. Sophia DeMauro. Vivian Elbaz. Nico Feuder. Xander Hart. Simone Korinkis in absentia. Melania Mantilla. Oscar Nathrath. Ben Rasmussen, and Harper Williams. For PKB, Rafaela Bartra, Bryce Buckbinder, all right. Bryce Buckbinder, Benjamin Felden, Braxton Fernandez. Yeah, we might need a little chorale here. Sophia Janarte, Brady Gross, Georgina Hart, Roman Kovacs, Landon Leckie, Holden Lair, Alyssa Pullman, Taylor Pumo, Charlie Ron, Maya Ross, and Tommy Sanchez. Walking Tommy. All right. Starting with KA. First, with our newest KA teacher, Miss Alexandra Castro. Students, Taylor Andres, Leo Barshi, Mary Ellen Bordelin, Leonardo Charzan, Dean Collins, Penelope Fenger, and Sloan Johnson. Moving to KB. We have Russell Berman, Callie Baluki, right over towards the field. Isabella Boschetti, Harley Buckbinder, Mason Geller, Riley Gross, Evan Cohen, Sloan Lavin, Morgan Essence, Skylar O'Shaughnessy, good job, Morgan, and Walker Solomon. Good job, Walker. Follow her. Moving to KC, we have Isabella Agapova Garcia, Asher Boyd, Nicolo Cava, Graham Clark, Luca Lizarte, Lucas Leal Canariello, Ari Meisner, Ford Mandelbaum, Nicolette Morano, Preston Noble, and Laura Sigimoliu. First grade, come on down. For our first grade, we're going to start with our two newest teachers. And I did give them the wrong information. My apologies to the teachers. Miss Joanne Louie and Miss Shayna Solomon, both in 1B. Our students, Allegra Arendale, Ariella Peluski, Mattia Velchek, Curtis Mari, Abigail Frank, and Valentina Zelaya. Grade 2, come on down. Grade 3 on deck. Starting with our newest teachers in second grade, we have Miss Amy Rosenblum in 2A and Ms. Lindsay Lewis in 2B. Oh, you go this way. No worries. Starting with our students, Jack Ulovis, Ryan Frost, Kian Goldberg, Zachary Gramke, Henry Johnson, Reese Mandelbaum, Lauren Perry, Juliet Sanchez, and Abigail Wallach. Grade 3, come on down. Somebody should. Yeah. Grade 4 and 5. If you can queue up on the wall over here, please. All right. Starting with our two newest teachers in 3A, Miss Ricky Cohen, and in 3B, Miss Dana Chavez. Our third grade students are Lucas Daly, Gavin Jimenez, Elizabeth Candia, Ada Curtis, Luke Garcia, Darina Grigorevra, Juliet Carroll, and Caroline Gray. And for 4th grade, starting with our newest 4th grade student, Miss Alicia Bozanic. Miss Bozanic. For our students, we have Alexander Boyd, Luca McGuire, Hudson Mandelbaum, Frankie Marzano, Lila Rheinglass, Benton Candia, Emerson Jarrow, Alicia Antonelli, Vincent Gramke, Sophia Guruski, and Liam Perry. Following grade 5, we'll have those faculty who are not in homeroom classrooms. If I can ask you to come to the side. Starting with our 5th grade teachers, we have in 5A, Miss Nicole Greenberg. And in 5C, Miss Ginger Phillips. All right, for our students, we have Lars Daly, Nicholas Enrico, Jaden Jimenez, Lucia Lopez Queiroz, Heather Rutherford, Hannah Sandberg, and Tori Sierra. For our faculty, we have from admissions, we have Miss Carolina Chem. From auxiliary programs, we have Mr. Eddie Dowdle. From our IT department, we have Mr. Orion Medina. And for our chaplain for the lower school, we have Mr. Dr. Anthony Pinella. I missed out on that doctor there, sorry. I would ask for everyone to please rise. Thank you. So now that everyone in the lower school has been honor pinned, we will recite together the honor code. St. Andrew's School. As a member of St. Andrew's School, I pledge my honesty, academic integrity, sportsmanship, and stewardship to the school community. And I expect others to be responsible and to do the same. Honor above all. Go Scots. Are you having them sit? Do you want me to have them seated or no? What? Can we have them seated or no?
I think so.
Okay. Please be seated.
So as we move towards concluding this very special ceremony in the life of the school, the honor code, the pledge, and the Scots Way represent our school's commitment to explicitly teaching about integrity, honor, and trust within a community of belonging. Please wear your pin with pride. Congratulations to all of our newly pinned Scots. Thank you to our families who joined us today. We truly appreciate you sharing your children with us and working in partnership with the school. Together, we accomplish St. Andrew's mission of building a community of learners in the Episcopal tradition and we nurture each student in mind, body, and spirit. Mrs. Chiretti will lead us in the school prayer.
Please stand again as you are able and join me in saying the St. Andrew's School prayer. Almighty God, eternal Word, Lord of all your creatures, look with pleasure on this your work, this school, its students, staff, and teachers. May we, your children, know your will. May we obey the calling of your word, and may we serve as our own gifts allow, the whole of your creation. Strengthen each unique soul, excite each mind with holy fire, demand our best, and help us meet your call with all our courage. Your worthy children let us be. Help us bring honor to our patron Andrew's name and greater glory to your holy name. These things we pray through God our Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Grant St. Andrew's School success, and each her sons and daughters bless. Amen.
All right, please remain standing just for this last bit. I'm going to offer a final blessing. And it goes like this. May the light of God surround you. May the love of God enfold you. May the power of God protect you. May the presence of God watch over you. And wherever you go, may God follow you there, because all things are well. And the blessing of God be upon you this day and remain with you forever. Amen. Our service is ending, but our service to the world continues. If you will now, please be seated. Mr. Novak will come forward and give us dismissal instructions.
Thank you, Father Ben. All right, so parents, as you probably well know, we have 420 students. It's quite a logistical scheme to get all our children back. So we're going to ask that parents remain seated while we exit our students. I am going to have pre-K through pre-K and K make their way out these doors. Kindergarten and first you may as well. Fourth and fifth, I'm going to ask that you make your way through the leader academic wing as you would for performing arts and make your way back to the classroom. Grade 2 and 3, if you can either choose to use the center aisles or the side door at your discretion. Thank you everyone and have a wonderful day.